What's one of the features, Isaac, you think in AVCRM that you think's quite widely used and probably a must-have or helped operators like us, do you think? Because obviously you get to see all the data. So
yeah, well, obviously off the bat, the job management, job approvals, that's our bread and butter. That's where we started. That's where we came from. The maintenance section is widely used now, such as like all of the emergency services and all of the large scale organisations these days. They're all doing their 50, their 100 hourly servicing. Obviously, as you guys would know, we released our flight sync feature about a month ago now. Cool. We did, I think it was 17,000 flights we synced in the first 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I remember Jono asked me, it's like, how many do you reckon we did overnight? I'm like, I don't know, like 500? He's like, no, 17,000.
Whoa.
Wow. So that's massive because obviously you're pulling the post-flight information from the craft, and a lot of people, we originally thought like a lot of people, all they just want to do is have a look at where they flew and, this is cool. But we took our spin on it, and it's an audit trail. So we can now see exactly where our pilot flew. We use it for post-flight, so breaches and regulation. We use it for maintenance issues. So if the aircraft actually threw a warning or had a battery cell spike, that's what we rely on that data for. And you can export your KMZ files from there, so you can sort of import overlays and a lot of cool stuff. So we, as AVCRM always does, we take what's required and what's requested of us, because everyone here and all other of our clients have asked for that feature for the last 10 years. It took us longer to do it because we wanted to do it properly. We didn't want to just give you a way to close out your jobs with an automated flight time. We wanted to do it properly and give you a usable tool.
Can you talk us through the flight sync and how that works if people don't really understand what that means?
Yeah, so at the moment, what we've started off with, obviously the DJI aircraft purely because of market saturation. In AVCRM, now what you do is you just link that DJI account that you use to fly the drone. And then after each flight, you just make sure that those flight files are synced with your DJI server. AVCRM will automatically grab those, populate them through onto the system. You can say, I'm going to close out job XYZ with flights XYZ, however many you've got. And that grabs your flight time, it grabs your batteries that you use for the job, and then all of your post-flight telemetry as well. So it gives you that extra level of compliance. Now, that sort of stuff is actually required for people doing EV loss and BV loss operations, because you have to say, this is where I plan to fly and this is exactly where I did fly. So as I sort of mentioned before, our clientele is mainly the REOC side of things, and they are going for the extended visual line of sight. Now that CASA have made that a bit easier to get. So you don't need full RX pilots for that level of thing now. So giving people the tools to actually compliantly manage that sort of stuff is where we are, and that's what we're about.
It's a good one you touched on there, EV loss and BV loss. Is that something that you're supporting through the platform, or are you looking to sort of work on that?
No, so we've had people flying EV loss and BV loss for the last 3 years, maybe a bit longer, some of our clients. But yeah, so we're fully capable of doing that, setting up and things such as, you have to separate your logbook hours for your operational types and all that sort of stuff. So you got to have different columns, different rows. AVCRM does that for you. So we're fully capable. You can create all your observers and your second observer locations. You can create custom JSAs or pre-flight checklists for that type of operation as well. And full risk management, probably the risk management section, like risk assessments, et cetera, is another widely used feature that we built in as well.
Okay.